On this week's episode of the Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast,
we are back with another Build Your Big Three. This week, we are building our Big Three comedy movie edition.
Round 2, pick 2. We're going to go with Super Troopers.
Didn't even think of that one. That's
I'll take a chinchilla.
I'm going to go with Hot Tub Time Machine as my number 3.
Oof.
Fucking that movie's so funny. When he's in right at the first, when he's in his car drinking, he's I'm a dreamer. Yeah. I have so many honorable mentions. I got like 10 honorable mentions.
Role models.
Yeah, that was almost my third choice.
So good.
Touch our tips.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
That was almost number 3 for me. So close.
Ready for the battle royale? 'Tis a month away.
Such an amazing movie. Another one that's like that. Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
So
Damn,
funny,
think
man.
Of that movie,
dude.
So grandma to pull the car around.
Dude, what a classic freaking line. Oh,
I always go.
So
I
good.
always tell Kate, like, whenever I hear, I just think of him just hitting the ball off. He's like, hey.
Off that person's head.
Or when Patton Oswalt's character wins that
Oh,
match,
dude.
Like, tastes good.
Here we go.
Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast, hosted by me and my brothers Bill and Dean. On this week's episode, we get into what we did and saw over the weekend, play place injuries, build your Big Three comedy movie edition, deep dive into the unknown during Dean's conspiracy theory of the week, and a little fun to tie a bow in the night during Bill's Balls games. Fellas, good to see you. Dean, how was your special weekend?
It was very special. I didn't do much at all this weekend. I went golfing on Saturday. I did shoot a 99 at Moss Ridge, so I was pretty happy with that. Broke 100.
Congrats.
And then Sunday was probably a mix of being hungover and some mad stomach issues, man. It was a rough Sunday for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, my daughter cried for a little while, but it's
yeah, I bet she did. At the Kids Emporium or whatever it's called. Yeah, and other than that, I really didn't do much. I watched caught up on House of Dragon, so I'm fully caught up on that. That was pretty good.
Congrats.
Other than that, I did see this weird Reddit dating story. Nothing crazy. It was just this girl that was dating this guy that was really nice. He wanted to like buy her a bunch of different stuff from like a Dollarama, like, and she was like, it was really weird. He gave off this really weird, creepy vibe, but like he was really nice, you know. And they went on this date, and like eventually by the end of it, she's like, I'm just not interested. And he was actually okay with that. And then like years later, she had seen like an ad in the paper or something for like he had become a doctor. And she's like, oh, something really great must have happened for him. It turns out he was under trial for a bunch of medical murders that he committed.
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, oh, snap! What a swap to the story. And then they just cut it off after that. I was like, what happened? Did he go to jail? Like, did he get convicted? I don't know, but yeah, no, that was pretty crazy, I thought. But
Dean's like, that brings me to this question: have any of you guys dated a murderer?
Have you? You are the murderer.
Yikes.
I don't know, man.
My weekend was good. Vacation was good. And birthday party was good. Everything was just good. It was fun to be down there and letting the kids play. Saw the sight of the torn butt cheek that Eddie had from the slide.
Oh yeah, man.
That my daughter now has a mark from the slide. I wish I could put the video on there.
Dude,
Oh,
every time
Dean.
she came down the slide, I'd hear from
The
her
last
leg
one
touching
that
the
was
slide.
so bad.
Oh man.
And yeah, no, that was fun. Couple losers of the week. One of them's me. I was at said Kids Empire, and I got there and come to find out adults can go on the stuff. So I went crazy for a minute and was just like, I was like hitting stuff, acting like a big bully, and then I like hit this foam triangle thing on the ground, but it wasn't foam, it was hard wood. And busted my hand. It hurts like, oh. It just felt like the biggest idiot ever. So
you wouldn't think they're just solid wood.
No.
Just looking at them walking by. I mean, it's
no, it looks like an inflatable. It was not an inflatable. The other loser of the week are people who get in fights at theme parks. Saw a video of a fight break out at Cedar Point, and it looked like it was teenagers, but I've also seen this at Disney and other parks as well with adults. I don't get it. I understand like big amounts of people, heat, you're standing in line, whatever the case may be, but getting in a fight when you're supposed to be having fun is just loser mentality. I feel like it needs to stop. I guess those same teens had been cutting in line all day on different rides. This was based on person's experience from that day, that they recognized them in the video of the fight. They wouldn't let these two girls cut in front of them in the line. They were trying to get up to the dudes that had already cut. The girls started hitting these people in the back and like calling them names. So like they called security and they talked to the girls and the rest of the group that time. And then two separate occasions after that, they were caught line cutting, and supposedly they just didn't kick them out. So, and then they were also in the fight as well. So, yeah, just a very active day for that group of teenagers, but just loser mentality to like you see the people that get in arguments at Disney, and it's just like, why, what are you doing? You paid so much money to go there. Just loser mentality.
Those people are like, why are you standing so close to me?
Which I don't like, but I'm not about to start a fight over it. I'm not about to get kicked out of a theme park that I paid
get your ass kicked.
Yeah, that too. I'm not spring chicken. Speaking of which, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, thanks,
Eddie.
I have no spring chicken either, unfortunately. What are you gonna do? Well, yeah, I had a good weekend. If you were done there, Bill, had a good weekend. Hung out with the kids Saturday. Obviously, Sunday most of us were at Kids Empire in Kalamazoo. One of us was too hungover to celebrate my daughter's birthday. That was a fun time.
It was a mix.
It was a mix.
It rolled over into Monday. It was awful.
It was a fun time. I mean, I had a good time all around. Good birthday for her. While you were there. It's kind of funny you said that, because while we were there, I hurt my wrist. It's still bothering me. It seems to be going away, but you guys ever get hurt in one of those play places at like McDonald's or trampoline parks or anything? I mean, obviously, Bill just slugged
Yeah.
slugged the triangle. Dean,
I
you ever
hit it
get into
so
like a
hard.
weird situation at one of those play places, like at the ball pit or something?
I mean, I'm sure I have nothing that I could think of off the top of my head, but I
There'd
mean,
always
I
be some
think that's just
random
a
kid who was
typical.
being like a jerk when they had ball pits at McDonald's.
Right. Yeah. 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 I mean, I'm sure, like, because I used to like to hide under all the balls.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and
Oh,
then kids would like
yeah.
jump on. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I
So a
mean,
kid would jump on you and right be like, ah! Pop out of the balls.
yeah. You know, so I'm sure stuff like that has happened, but you know, on the spot, I couldn't tell you the
For
exact.
sure. So I kind of started to look up like funny times. Parents got hurt at play places, and lots of things most of the things I found came back on Google were all pretty dark. I mean, like tragic accidents of parents and kids like dying. So I kind of steered away from that. And I also ran out of time while I was looking at stuff. And in lieu of that, I'm piggybacking on something Bill does sometimes, and I'll give you guys a joke instead, because I just think that's going to be better than what I was reading.
I do have a joke of the week, by the way.
I thought so. That's why I was asking if you were done.
I know, but I had to look it up, and I want
Oh,
your
all right. All right. Well, okay. So here's this joke. A kindergarten teacher is trying to explain to her. You guys may have heard something like this before. Okay. So just pretend it's funny, even though we get to the end. A kindergarten teacher is trying to explain to her class the definition of the word definitely. To make sure the students have a good understanding of the word, she asked them to use it in a sentence. The first student raised his hand and said, "The sky is definitely blue." The teacher said, "Well, that isn't entirely correct because sometimes it's gray and cloudy." Another student says, "Grass is definitely green." The teacher again replies, "If grass doesn't get enough water, it turns brown, so that isn't really correct either." Finally, Billy raises his hand and asks the teacher, "Do farts have lumps?" The teacher looked at him and said, "No, but that isn't really a question you want to ask in a class discussion." So Billy replies, "Then I definitely just shit my pants."
Oh yeah, been there.
All right, my joke of the week. Sorry about that. My apologies.
Forgiven.
That was a good one. I like that one.
That's a good joke.
1 week and you already had the best joke.
No, come on. It's
Damn.
true, but come on. It's all right.
Come on.
All right, joke of the week is by upstate _ Gooner _ 1972. At the register, the cashier points to 3 cans of cat food and tells an old lady, "Sorry, but we need proof that you actually own a cat, otherwise no sale." The old lady begrudgingly goes home and after some time comes back with her cat for proof. The next day it's the same story, except now she's trying to buy 3 large bags of dog food. The same cashier gives her the same spiel about needing the dog for proof. The poor old lady goes home again and this time comes back with her pooch. The following day, upon entering the supermarket, the old lady, holding a carton box with a hole in it, goes straight for the same cashier. Says to the cashier, "Could you do me a favor and stick your hand in it?" she asks. Hesitant but very curious, the cashier does just that, very cautiously. And the cashier says, "It feels like somebody took a dump in it," says the cashier. "Exactly," exclaims the old lady. "I just need 3 rolls of toilet paper today."
Nice.
Disgusting.
Dookies everywhere. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Dookies everywhere.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing, man. If I'm gonna shit my pants,
Oh, jeez.
it better be nothing but a beautiful Red's Pork Adobo Bowl from the one and only Adobo Boy. Am I right, Bill?
You are right. Adobo Boy is the official sponsor of the Wake Up with the Sleep Boys podcast. As you know, Dean, Eddie, and myself are proud Filipino Americans. Eddie's got the shirt if you're listening, who love a good Filipino meal, and Adobo Boy delivers just that with their amazing food and vibes that are unmatched in the food industry. Not only do they have delicious food, they also go against the grain of traditional restaurant and tinker with their menu to bring you an amazing variety of Filipino cuisine. Their menu rotates weekly, so there's always a reason to come back to try more authentic Filipino food. But one dish you can always count on is that iconic Filipino dish, that iconic adobo boy dish, Red's Pork Adobo Bowl. Dean,
No.
give us that famous recipe.
Oh, you got it. It's tender pork braised in soy sauce and vinegar on a bed of rice with Jackie's achar or papaya salad, cucumber, and a fried egg. You could mix it up like those two animals over there, or you can eat it separately like the civilized person that I am here today.
Knife
It's
and
worth-
fork for everybody.
Yeah, knife and fork for everybody. Use your hands. It's Filipino place. It doesn't matter. I do recommend buying two just to try it out for yourself. It's worth it.
That's right, Dean. Thank you for that. So if you're into trying new and different food or would just like some amazing adobo and vibes, stop in to Adobo Boy, where owners Ace, Jackie, and son Red are amazing people who truly genuinely care about your experience there. Eddie, give it to him.
Give it. I'm gonna give it to him. I'll tell you this right now. When you walk in, I mean, you're gonna get that experience, man. You're gonna notice the smells. You're gonna see the happy people. You might even see a little karaoke going on. You're gonna have those great vibes, man. As soon as you walk in, you know it's a great place. You know it's where you want to be. You're gonna get up to the register. You're gonna order this amazing food that Dean described just a minute ago. Whether it's the Red's Pork Adobo Bowl or one of the other amazing options they have. And then after you order it, you just tell the cashier, Wake Up Podcast, and you're going to get 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast, 5% off. So you walk in, you get the amazing vibes, you get the amazing aromas, you walk up, you order the amazing food, and then you get 5% off the whole thing just by saying Wake Up Podcast. It's that easy. 5% off. Say Wake Up Podcast at your register. You will not be disappointed.
No, you will not. Thank you, birthday boy. Adobo. So,
yeah.
if you're looking for that amazing adobo, if you're looking for those amazing vibes, you're looking for that 5% off, Adobo Boy is open Tuesday to Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch and 5 to 7:30 for dinner. And on Saturday, it's that same schedule, but it's open for dinner until 8:30. You don't want to get there that late. Don't do it. Food might be out because it's so good. Adobo Boy is located at 3740 28th Street Southeast, Kentwood, Michigan, inside the Amazing Myanmar restaurant next to Brunch and Rice. Adobo Boy is right smack right in the middle. So get there, get fed, get happy. It's always better at Adobo Boy.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. The kind of thing that'll make you smile. You know? Have some delicious food to make you smile. Which leads in perfectly to this week. We are back with another Build Your Big Three. For those who don't know, we do a 3-round snake-style draft, selecting our top choices in varying genres or things. This week, we are building our Big Three comedy movie edition. This week, I have the first pick, followed by Bill, and then Dean.
Good.
Round one, pick one. I'm just going to get right into it, guys. I mean, no reason to beat around the bush on this. A classic, deserving of the top pick, and I don't think would surprise you guys to know that I chose it. Old School, 1-1.
That's a good one.
Great
Old
pick.
School, gotta love it.
Number 2, I have the second pick. Now, mind you, people who end up watching this, whether it ends up on TikTok or whatever the case may be, I am not a movie person. I've never watched a ton of movies. It's just not something I really do. But what I do watch are comedies. So, but not like old comedies. So, my number 2 pick, I don't think this surprises anybody. Dodgeball. The True Underdog Story. Average Joe's.
Hilarious movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
I love that movie. Gar.
Gar, Peter. Round
Dean
one,
with
pick
back
three.
to back
Huh?
hits. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
You weren't expecting dodgeball.
I was expecting dodgeball. I was also expecting. I thought maybe you might not go old school, but I'm gonna
was
go
tough.
with. There's so many good comedy movies, though. It's really tough to like.
There's a ton.
There's so
There
many.
really is a ton.
So I'm gonna go with one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with Wedding Crashers as my first round pick, and then my second round pick. I think you. Well, I don't know. You guys should.
I
know
thought it
my-
would be your first pick.
What, Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
The only reason I had Wedding Crashers first was because I was afraid it was going to be gone, but I didn't realize I was going to be pick 3.
It would have.
I know that's
That would have been the next one, I think, off of me or Bill.
yeah.
All right. Wedding Crashers followed by Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Great movies, man. So funny.
So good.
Does that mean I'm back?
You're back. You're back, baby.
Round 2, pick 2. We're gonna go with Super Troopers.
Mm.
Mm.
Didn't even think of that one. That's
I'll take a
classic.
chinchilla.
Amazing.
Oh, that movie's so good.
Oh, it's so
There are
funny.
so many great options
So
Yeah.
many.
just sitting in
Truly.
front of me, not even including ones I didn't write down.
Right.
I'm not going historic. I'm going with stuff. I think that's the thing. Like, I don't think this is going to get picked. I'll just say it as an honorable mention. So this is the one I'm going to do in this because it's one of my favorite movies ever. Oh, I get 2 picks back to back.
Finish your list off.
So I got to make my last 2 picks right now. I'm going to go with The Water Boy.
Hmm.
It's never not made me laugh.
100%.
And gosh darn, I didn't know I was going to have to make 2 back-to-back choices, you know? You want some eliminated to narrow it down for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Shoot. I should have thought this through.
I mean, you knew
Just
the
got to
order.
pick one. There isn't a wrong answer. What'd you say?
I said you knew the order, right?
I did. I did know the order. I just wasn't thinking on the way back around.
Right, yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
I'm just gonna go with.
You can't go wrong.
You
You really
can't.
can't. There's
You can't. I'm gonna go 40-year-old virgin.
It's a good one.
I'm kind of stuck too in between.
I'm very stuck at the moment.
When you only
Oh.
have 3 to choose,
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I'd be happy with the 3 I have. If those are the only 3 comedy movies I could watch.
Right. Dang it. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore.
Oh, excellent.
Fantastic. That's a good one. Oh man. Last pick. So many honorable mentions. I think there is one movie that does make me laugh pretty much. I mean, all the movies I'm thinking of do, but this one is a more recent movie, kind of. I'm gonna go with Hot Tub Time Machine as my number 3.
Oof.
Fucking
Yeah.
that movie's so funny. When he's
Oh,
right at the
so
first when
funny.
he's in his car drinking. He's oh, I'm a
Dude.
dreamer. Yeah.
Dude,
So
I didn't
good.
even have that one written down, and I love that freaking movie.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
I have so many honorable mentions. I got like 10 honorable mentions. Legitimately.
Give us a couple.
I'll give you a couple. I'm gonna go I just had it. I'm sorry. Next Friday.
Mm.
Classic. I'll go How High. Anger Management. I could just keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bill, you got a couple?
I do. Dumb and Dumber is a
Classic.
good one. Where was the other one? I just had it up here.
I almost picked that on nostalgia alone.
Role Models.
Yeah.
I
That was
oh,
almost my
God, I
third
love-
choice.
Let us
So
gently
good.
touch our tips.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
That was almost number 3 for me. So close.
Ready for the battle royale? 'Tis a month away.
Such an amazing movie,
So good.
dude.
Like, kiss my ring.
I don't know how many times I've seen that.
He's like, really? Oh,
I got
it's
one
so
more.
good.
I got one more honorable mention, but
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna let you go because I think
Go
you
ahead.
might
You can say it. Go ahead, say it.
I didn't even think
plenty.
Maybe not. Office Space. Is
Yeah.
another. Oh,
I wasn't
so
gonna
good.
say this honorable mention, but it's a classic. In that classic genre, I'd put Blazing Saddles.
Mm.
It's it's just
Yeah.
one of those. The other ones I had like Grandma's Boy was just
oh my god!
just an out of the
Didn't even
box.
think of it.
Yeah,
I
just
was
an out of the
just-
box funny movie that
so funny.
that became a cult hit. Another one
I
that's
literally-
like that, Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
So
I didn't
funny,
think of
man.
That movie,
Dude,
tell your
Balls of
grandma to
Fury.
pull the car
Yeah,
around.
dude. What a classic freaking line. Oh,
I always go.
So
I
good.
always tell Kate whenever I hear, I just think of him just hitting the ball off. He's like, "Hey."
off that person's head.
Or when Patton Oswalt's character wins the
Oh,
match, he's
dude.
like, tastes good.
It is such a funny movie.
Oh,
So
so
good.
good.
Incredibly
It's so good.
underrated.
The fact I didn't
Um,
even think.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, we could go on. We could go
Yeah, you
on
could
and on.
keep
I
going.
have a bunch of others. It's not worth continuing because we could do that
Yeah.
all night, honestly. So to cap it off, our big threes that were built. I had the first pick. My big three were Old School, Waterboy, and 40-Year-Old Virgin. Bill's was Dodgeball, Super Troopers, Happy Gilmore, and Dean's Wedding Crashers, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Full disclosure, I've never seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
Dude, watch.
For sure, that
I
might,
hate
you
that
know
the
you're not into
expectations are
movies?
so high
right.
now
No,
because
I've
we're like,
always heard it was
it's
pretty
great.
good.
Because like the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, whatever. And I
Mhm.
died.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I passed
For sure.
away that night and came back to life somehow. But it was just one of those. It was like the first time I saw Wedding Crashers in theaters. I could have swore that I couldn't breathe
Yeah.
in the theater. You know,
Yeah,
it's just one of those.
Wedding
Hot Tub Time
Def-
Machine.
It's on
Take it for what
Max.
it's worth, but it's funny.
It
Ugh.
is. I recommend it.
So
for
good.
sure.
Truly, love your guys' picks. I mean, great movies, a lot of great memories there.
Mm.
As we move from the world of funny to the world of the unknown. Things get a little more serious as we delve into this edition of Dean's Conspiracy Theory of the Week.
Oh yeah. Oh. This isn't a conspiracy theory though. This is this is a
Oh.
Reddit lamp story. Okay. So it dives into the mysterious and the unknown. but as
That's what
far
we're
as
looking for.
this is a true story, as far as I know. So and it's kind of long, so bear with me. So in 2004, there was a guy named Mitch who was going to college in Louisiana. He was a senior, and there was a girl in his class who is also a senior and loves this girl, wants to date her more than anything, has pursued her many different ways in the past, but failed. But you could tell maybe she was into him at least a little bit. Eventually, she does somewhat reluctantly say yes, and they went on a date and they hit it off. From there, they stayed together and graduated college, ended up getting married. A couple of years later, in 2006, they buy a house, what they would call their dream home, white picket fence, yard, the whole thing, right? So life from there was great. They both loved their jobs. Both were intentional about spending time together on weekends. Stuff were very intentional about prioritizing each other. A year later, in 2007, they have their first kid, a daughter. And then 2 years later, in 2009, they have their son, and they called it good there. They got the girl, they got the boy. It was perfect for them. Life was still fantastic at this point. Still love their careers. The dad, Mitch, would sneak into the kids' room, wake them up, spooking them, family stuff, have game nights on family weekends. Mitch and Kayla would still it's a whole story. Trust me. We'll get there.
You woke them up in the middle of the night to spook them?
No, in the morning, wake them up in the morning, kind of spook them. It was like fun games they would play. Right. Him and his wife would still have romantic date nights, just of essentially living what a lot of people would call the American dream, young family, college sweetheart. You get the deal. You get the idea. So one day, Mitch is at home. He's watching football just like any other day, just chilling at home. So while he's watching, there's this lamp that's in the back right corner of the room. Nothing special about it. It's just a red Target type of lamp, something you just get at the store. Mitch has seen this lamp a million times. It's in his house. But while he's watching the game, at some point he notices something weird about this lamp. For some reason, the lamp itself, like the base of it, not the light bulb, is blurry. The whole rest of the living room is focused. He can see fine. Everything else, it's just this lamp. So he's rubbing his eyes and stuff to make sure it's not his eyes or something just in them, or something like that. But still, the lamp is it's blurry. So he's obviously confused and worried about this because he doesn't know if anything is wrong with him. So no matter what he does, it's still blurry. So eventually he just goes like any typical guy, who just whatever, and just tries to forget about it. Goes back to watching the game. He's glancing at it a couple of times, but at some point the lamp changes and it's now upside down and blurry still. So it's something that is almost impossible, right? At least if you're just sitting there. So now Mitch he's looking at this lamp, and in his head, he's kind of freaking out. He knows something is wrong, but for some reason he couldn't bring himself to call a doctor or anything like that. So instead he just couldn't stop staring at the lamp. He's not watching the TV. He's just completely focused on the lamp now. He's just sitting there staring at it. Later on, hours later, his wife and kids come home just like any other day. And he kind of breaks out of this trance that he's just been staring at this lamp. And he thinks that maybe he should tell his wife. But the more he thought about it, the more he's like, I can't tell her. She'll think I'm crazy or, whatever, or something seriously wrong. So he just tries to forget about it. He goes and sees his wife and kids and just has a normal night with his family. Nobody knows that he just spent the day staring at the lamp that's blurry and upside down to him. Obviously, nobody else sees it like that. So he's just going to keep it to himself. Later that night, everybody goes to bed. And after his wife falls asleep, Mitch can't fall asleep. And something is telling him to go look at the lamp again. So he sneaks downstairs, goes to the couch, and can still see, even in the dark, that the lamp is still blurry and it's still upside down. So he sits on the couch all night and just stares at the lamp again. Kayla, his wife, catches him in the morning on the couch, and it breaks him out of his trance again. And he just tells her, I wasn't feeling well, so I went downstairs last night, and that actually he was going to stay home from work today, which took her by surprise because he never takes a day off of work, never. So, which worries her, but just says, okay, and just kind of goes on with her day. So her and the kids eventually leave, they go to school, she goes to work. And Mitch stays home and he literally just stares at the lamp all day long, like 10, 12 hours. They're all gone. He's just on the couch staring at this lamp. So when Kayla gets home, all the lights are off except for the lamp. The only light on in the house is this lamp. And she sees her husband just staring at it. And this time he didn't break out of his trance, and is just hyper focused on this lamp. She asks him what's wrong. Just nothing. He's just locked in on this lamp, right? So she's freaking out a little bit, calls the doctor just to see what she should do about it, while also telling the kids to go upstairs and yelling at Mitch, but getting no response from him. Mitch, in the meanwhile, can kind of tell something is going on in the background, but eventually he can't even hear her anymore. And is just left with just the lamp that he can't break out of staring at. So now the lamp begins to change again as he's staring at it again. But now it's upside down blurry and it's growing. It's just getting bigger and bigger. So as it's growing, it just takes more and more of his field of vision. And at some point, the lamp is so big, he's basically consumed by it. Like he's pretty much like in it. And it's at this point he starts feeling this like blinding pain in his head, and he doesn't know where it's coming from. Then he starts hearing a ringing in his ears, and all he hears is people screaming everywhere, and it's total darkness, and the lamp is gone. It's just total darkness now. And then all of a sudden he just opens his eyes, and he looks around, and he's surrounded by a sea of people that are all looking at him, and he's on the ground. It's broad daylight. He's not at his house anymore. So he's looking around the crowd, which looks like a bunch of college kids. And he's looking for his wife and kids, and he can't see them. He stands up, doesn't know what's going on. And as he's yelling for his wife and kids, a police officer comes charging up to him, grabs him up, scoops him up like a baby, pretty much. And without saying anything, he just lifted him up and just runs to his police car. The whole time he's confused. He obviously knows something's wrong. He can still feel this pain in his head, and he has no idea where he is. Just physically doesn't know where he is, just everything. So he gets thrown into the back of this police car, and the cop gets in, and they just start speeding down the road. As they're driving, Mitch keeps asking him, like, where's my wife and kids? What's going on? And the police officer says, sir, you just hit your head. I'm driving you to the hospital. So once they got there, and he gets looked at by the doctors, and he discovers a harsh reality that Mitch is still a senior in college and got tackled by one of the football players and hit his head on the ground. And he was unconscious for like 10 seconds. And in this 10 seconds, his brain conducted an entire life with a wife, kids, perfect house, perfect job. None of it existed. None of it. He never had any of that stuff. None of it was real. He realized this while he was at the hospital and had to grieve the loss of people who never existed. And it wrecked his entire life. He apparently did this huge Reddit post, like an Ask Me Anything, where he would tell people what it was like to have lost your entire family who don't exist. And to this day, he still has like dreams of his little son running around the corner who's perpetually 5 years old. And it obviously just wrecked his life. The guy that did this story online, his name's Mr. Ballin. The guy that he talked to, it's not Mr. Ballin himself. He talked to the guy. The guy wants nothing to do with it, obviously, and he goes to therapy to try and cope with it. And it's like, how do you go about dealing with something like that? Because to other people, it's like, it never really happened. You were out for 10 seconds, but to him, it was years of an entire family and history that is just gone, and he's just got to mourn. It just wrecked his life. He just wants nothing to do with it anymore, but he can't let it go. But that was that crazy Reddit lamp story, dude. I was like, man, could you imagine But this also, it can kind of play into the conspiracy of the world ending in 2012. Because remember what I said when we could all just still be in a dream type of state.
True.
You know, maybe our brains are just living this through. And it's like freaking wild.
From 2012.
Well, thanks for ruining my.
This is where my brain took me from 2012.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, that's what I keep
Crazy.
saying. Like, I couldn't have been an actor or something. Like, what the? Am I dreaming? I'm a delivery man. What a dream! What a dream! The sweet dream.
I dreamed a dream.
The weird thing is, I sometimes have wondered that. Is that weird? Where I'm like,
No.
all right, well, I have my wife and kid, and we have a house, and like yesterday, it was, we were outside playing and everything else, and I'm just like, man, what if you just woke up and it was just all for nothing? It was, you like that guy.
And as far, like I said, as far as I
There's a
know,
lamp right here.
it is a true story. If you start seeing a blurry lamp, then
at the same time, it's like,
I can look around.
what other serious concepts was he thinking of during that time? Because, like, Bill, consider this: like, if you're dreaming or whatever, then I've also living a life inside of your dreaming. That's taking place way outside of anything from your conscious or subconscious. Because right now I would be in your dream of that, of your reality. So, like, I can tell you right now, I'm living a whole separate life outside of the concepts of your dreams.
I don't know what
I do during the day.
That's what someone would say.
Yeah. Well, true. But I can tell you that I'm living it up in my own life out here. I'm doing my thing out here.
That's something an NPC would say.
True. It's true. I mean, that's the thing. It can't be proven outside of your own realm of what you see and what you do.
What is that, Truman Show? Is that the movie?
Yeah.
Truman
Yeah.
Show?
Yeah. That became like a real thing. Like, people have like Truman, whatever, because they saw the movie, and then they started believing like that was happening to them, which anybody could really believe that. But you also, I don't know, you have to be pretty a certain way mentally, I think, to believe that your life is an actual TV show.
If my life was a TV show, they'd probably be like, he's jerking off again.
Yeah. It was canceled.
Dear Lord.
Quite a few seasons ago.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. Again?
He's wiping it up with his own shirt.
He's got this.
Dear Lord. He's not even changing his shirt.
Oh, man,
Yeah, but
crazy.
that was
That is a crazy.
I know it started off kind of slow, but I knew the ending would be.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, the guy talks in his thing is like, you remember the wife. Like, I could see that being the thing, but like, how many other, I don't know.
There's got to be a lot of stories like that, I mean,
I'm
'cause
sure.
like I said, it was just 10 seconds he was out.
Well, it leads me down the thoughts of like things I've heard about people who said they died for
Right.
a minute or
Right.
two, and
Yeah.
where they go and what they've done. And I've seen and read varying things. So it's like,
Yeah, I like those like near death experience stories that people will tell. Those are interesting.
yeah.
Well, I don't like them, but they're interesting. I like that you almost died. Yeah, interesting. That's very interesting.
Definitely, man. I mean, tantalizing stories, Dean. It makes you think, but not nearly as tantalizing. There's a fresh round of fun during this week's Bills Balls games.
We had so much fun last week. I thought we'd do it again.
Oh, come on.
Didn't you lose last week?
Yes, I've lost like 4 weeks in a row because of the hints and all the clues you're giving Dean and the rules that you're allowing.
You let me
Let
play.
him win.
You let me
Last week
play.
was pretty straightforward.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
You're not that guy.
That guy, pal. How
That's what
many
Aiden
can
would
you
say.
in 30 seconds? A game of quick wit and I don't know, precision timing. I don't know. I'm gonna give a subject. I'm gonna give a subject, and Eddie and Dean are going to give the number of how many they could answer in 30 seconds. The higher number will go, and we will begin with NFL mascots. Kind of like MLB, but just, like Michigan Wolverines, just say Wolverines.
Right.
NFL mascots. We'll start with the winner from last week, which was Dean. How many can you name in 30 seconds?
I'm gonna say 15.
Oof. That's a lot.
They're
It's
just
nearly
team
half
names,
the
right?
league.
Yeah, it's team names, right? Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna let him
Haven't-
play that.
You gonna let him play
I
it?
was like, you know what? I was gonna go bigger because like I was thinking of the MLB, and I was like, I could, yeah, but 15. That's you got to go half the league in 30 seconds. That's very doable.
If I can rattle them off, you know what I mean. I can't
Start
spend
the
more
clock.
than 2 seconds.
Start the
Start
clock.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings, Titans, Texans. Oh crap! Cowboys, Seahawks, Bengals, Browns, Giants, Jets, Dolphins, Jaguars, Titan. I said Titans. Panthers. That's
Whoo, 15.
He said
And 25.
Jaguars, and I'm pretty sure it's Jaguars.
I almost said Jets. Oh wait, no, Jets is one.
Yeah.
Damn it! I think no, I meant Yankees. I said Jets. I was gonna say Yankees. I was like, what the fuck am I
Dang,
doing?
15 points off the bat.
15 points. All right, here we go.
This game's over.
Subject number 2, fast food restaurants.
Ugh.
How many can you name in 30 seconds?
Set fast food 7.
He
8.
said 7. 8.
What's classified as fast food? Does it have to have a
Yeah.
drive-through? Is that what's classifying as a
Well,
fast food?
Well, what would you? Yeah. I mean, you're
Okay.
not going to consider Texas Roadhouse a fast food restaurant.
It's fair. I'm thinking like I don't know. I don't know. There's a bunch of chicken places.
You don't want to give it away. So, what was it? 7?
He said. I said 7. He said 8.
8?
Right?
Yeah.
You countered it with 8. I believe you. I'm gonna go with 9.
Ooh.
I got to step it up to 10. I mean, you got 15 points already.
No, I gotta stop stepping it up. Play it. Yeah, play it.
Play it?
Just say
Alright.
12 and get
Fast food restaurants, 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Arby's, Sonic, Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and In-N-Out.
I won't take Pizza Hut.
They have a drive-through, but that's fine. Lee's Famous Chicken.
Boom. So much better than
It's Pizza Hut Wing Street if you're gonna go with fast food. Pizza Hut.
It's got a drive-through, man.
Be more specific, please.
the Pizza Hut I go to does not have a
You qualified it as a drive-through. Well, I got
That-
10 points anyway.
10 points, 15 to 10 through 2. Third subject, flavors of Gatorade. How many can you name in 30 seconds?
3.
4. I could definitely name 4. I feel like he's playing a mind game with me.
5.
He's like, oh, I don't know. But really, he has 5 flavors left. He's probably got them sitting in front of him. I don't. The thing is, I don't really know the flavor. I just know the colors. give me a light blue. You know what I mean? I guess play it, man. I don't know.
5.
I couldn't name
5
Gatorade
Gatorade.
I'm not sure I
flavors.
have 5. I just thought he was going to go 6. And
I don't think I can name them.
In 30
yeah.
seconds. In 3.
Do you have
Two.
the flavor names in front of you?
I can. Hold on.
Do you just know 5 flavors?
Oh, dang it. Now you're going to have it verified. Because I definitely, I don't even know if I know 2, to be honest with you.
I definitely know 2. Actually, I do. I know 4.
How are you not know
5.
2?
Actually, I do know
3, 2,
I just get the color.
1, go.
Me too.
Glacier, Arctic Blue, Fruit Punch, Orange, Lemon Lime. Is that 5?
No.
What? Arctic Blue.
Man.
I know what you think.
Okay. So I'm gonna let Dean.
Oh, don't put this on me, game master. You're
So
the
all
dungeon
right,
master.
it's
here.
called. You got lemon lime. You got
Yeah.
orange. You got fruit punch.
Uh-huh.
Here's where things get a little dicey. You said Arctic Blue. There's Arctic Blitz, and there's Cool Blue.
Mm.
I mean,
You know what I'm
those aren't the
saying?
actual names of the flavors, so
I was willing to take Glacier because it's close enough.
Okay, that's 4.
I didn't
But-
get it.
Dean gets
It is
5
what it is,
points. All right.
It's all a
Dean is
dream,
up
man.
20 to 10.
Yeah,
It's all a dream.
this is my dream. I guarantee this is probably my dream.
Wake me up, please. All right. Next up, video game consoles. How many can you name in 30 seconds?
I don't even know if there is. Oh, is it me? Am I picking?
Yes.
Is that? I'll say 5.
I mean, I go 6.
I have a question, but if I let him play it, I don't want him to to be able to use what I'm thinking.
Yes, I'm sure what you're thinking is yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You probably already are thinking the same thing anyway. Does different gens count as different consoles? That's a question for you.
You just have to find out. 30 seconds.
Yes, you just have to find out. Nobody's.
Wait, did you say
Nobody's-
6?
He
I said
said
6.
6.
And you said 7?
I didn't say anything yet. I was asking
Oh.
you a question.
If I give you the answer, then
I mean, that almost
I
guarantees.
feel like his time to answer is up, and I got 6, and we're ready to go.
All right, yeah, let him play it. He's right. He's right. Go ahead.
6?
I'll up it
3.
to 7. I mean, while we're here.
All right, you can do that. 3, 7 video game
Oh,
consoles.
7.
I mean, 10. You
Is that a 10?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. 7 video game consoles. 3, 2, 1, go.
Atari, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation.
That's 7.
easy breezy.
Now,
But that's only worth 6 points because he only said 6 originally.
I had to name 7.
He
So-
can't up himself.
I just upped myself for the sake of the game, Dean. For the sake of the game.
20-17 going into the last round.
Would you have
Something
counted
new-
the next gens or the gens for the consoles?
Yes,
I'm curious. Okay, because then you could really rattle.
because it's
off.
like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. I mean,
That's
the
true.
evolution.
I think you're up to about 10, honestly. Ish. PS
Game Boy.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
Game Boy
5.
Advance.
So,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Last subject specifically for you two. How many types of chewing tobacco flavors can you name in 30 seconds?
Just the flavor.
It can be, all right, I will give you one example. It can be, we'll just say, I don't know.
Make up a flavor.
Yeah, we'll say Skull Banana Bonanza.
Oof.
And that's one flavor, and then Grizzly Bonanza would not be another flavor.
No, you can say that. So it's just really types of chewing
That's a ton
tobacco.
of
So you can
flavors.
say the same
that's-
thing.
That's a ton.
You can say the same. Yeah, exactly. It's the same flavor, but different companies. Types of chewing tobacco. How can you name in 30 seconds?
30
I mean,
seconds.
I'm going to start with 4.
Right. That makes sense. I'm
I like it.
going to kick it up. We're going to go with 8.
I got to go 9.
11.
I got to go 12.
There's so many flavors. I'm going to go, you said 12. I'm going to go 15.
I'm going to let him play it.
Oh,
15.
You got one every 2 seconds.
Eddie,
think
you're going to
that's-
have to verify.
I don't think
count
I'm-
along and verify. Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to be able to get it, I don't think. I was hoping you'd want
I think you could. I think you
I
could.
make it as it's possible.
3, 2 for the win. 1, go.
Skull wintergreen, grizzly wintergreen, husky peach, husky grape, I believe, or kayak grape, skull berry blend, skull green apple, skull. Damn, I'm gonna run out of time. Skull mint, skull straight, cope wintergreen, cope mint, skull cherry, skull peach, skull. Damn.
Oh!
Was I at 13? I was at 13.
13.
Right? Damn.
Yeah, this
Oh,
game is sweet.
Fuck this game. just,
This is a great game.
I just flip the table like it's a game of Monopoly. This is why I don't play with you guys. You didn't have that house on Broadway boardwalk.
And for the first time in a month, Eddie wins
It's been a minute
32-20.
in dominant fashion. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
What a great game. What a great game.
wish I knew
Bill,
more
you've done it again.
I forgot Husky. Damn it. That's where I fucked up.
I don't
Husky.
yeah. Once we
Husky
got
Pete.
when I think I said 13, did I say 13 or 12 to your whatever number you had?
12.
I'm like, I didn't feel confident about that one, to be honest with you. It's like
Did you
I
say
was just
Cope
thinking you might
mint?
go up one more.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just throwing
Cope
out.
Wintergreen?
I said
I
Copenhagen.
don't know if that's a flavor or not, but
I
it
don't
probably
think it
is.
Copenhagen wintergreen. Yeah, I know. I don't know if mint is, but I know wintergreen is.
Well,
He looks it
either
up,
way,
he's like,
it's
he
like
looks
it
up, he's
could
like,
be.
it's not.
They've probably made it at some point.
They had to have, right? They don't only have straight. Could I have said
No, they got-
snuff? Is that a different flavor? Would
They
you
do have
count that
mint.
as different snake flavor.
They got mint.
Yeah, they got mint.
Natural.
Natural.
I didn't think of Red Man.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Beef
Well, I
jerky.
tell you what,
chew.
Bill, you've outdone yourself this week. I'll tell you that. It's well done and always a fun time. I mean, yeah, that being said, that'll do it for this week's episode. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next week on Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast.
Here we go.